Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the news flash on Messager Television with me, Vanessa Long. Let's open this edition in politics, where the Cameroon Renaissance Movement political party says its December 21, 2025 extraordinary convention was conducted in full compliance with the party's internal rules and Cameroon's law. Addressing journalists at the party's headquarters in Yaoundé on Thursday, June 25, 2026, the first national vice president, Mamadou Mota, dismissed allegations that a convention held by video conference was illegal. He accused the ruling CPDM party of launching a political campaign aimed at discrediting Professor Maurice Kamto and preventing him from contesting future elections. Mota said the fiscal convention had been banned by local authorities, forcing the party to hold the meeting online. He argued that the CRM had legally amended its internal regulations on December 2, 2025 to allow extraordinary conventions to be held by video conference or other appropriate technical means. According to the vice president of the party, Kamto officially applied for reinstatement on October 2, 2025. His request was approved by the party's mediation body the following day and endorsed by the executive on October 7, restoring his status as a party member without interrupting his seniority. He further accused the government of using administrative and legal measures to restrict opposition activities, calling on the authorities to allow free political competition instead of relying on what he described as intimidation and institutional obstacles. A Belgian court has convicted two members of the Brigade Anti-Sardinards over the assault on Cameroon's Minister of Youth Affairs and Civic Education, Mounouna Foutsou, during an official visit to Brussels earlier this year. The Francophone Court of First Instance of Brussels found the two guilty of attacking the minister and Cameroon's ambassador to Belgium, Daniel Evina Abe, during incidents on February 28 and March 3. The court ordered them to pay a total of 4.7 million francs CFA in damages, sentenced each to 90 hours of community service, and handed down suspended prison sentences with a 3-year probation period. The attacks disrupted the closing ceremony of the Youth Month in Brussels and sparked strong condemnation from the government of Cameroon, which described the act as unacceptable and vowed legal action. The actions also led to diplomatic exchanges between Cameroon and Belgium. The ruling marks the first known criminal convictions arising from the attacks, bringing an important legal development to a case that attracted widespread attention in Cameroon and among the country's diaspora. Human Rights Watch has accused Cameroon of failing to tackle violence against women and girls, despite the government pledge made more than a decade ago to reduce gender-based violence. In its 75-page report titled, "I Live in Constant Peril: Discrimination, Lack of Economic Autonomy, and Violence Against Women in Cameroon," the organization documents widespread physical, psychological, and economic abuse, most of it committed by husbands or intimate partners. The findings are based on interviews conducted between September and December 2024 with 60 women, as well as religious leaders, government officials, and a review of national policies on GBV. According to the report, many women remained trapped in abusive relationships because they are denied access to income, land, housing, employment, and other financial resources. Others described being pressured by police, family members, and social workers to reconcile with abusive partners instead of seeking justice. Human Rights Watch also highlights systemic discrimination that prevents women from inheriting property and accessing pensions, even when they have legal ownership documents. The rights group says Cameroon has yet to adopt a national policy on domestic violence, while a revised family code designed to strengthen women's rights has remained stalled for more than 20 years. HRW is urging the government to reform discriminatory laws, improve support services for survivors, strengthen law enforcement and judicial responses, and uphold its obligations under international human rights treaties to protect women and girls from violence. June 26 remains a day of sadness and remembrance for Cameroon and the football world. On this day in 2003, Marc-Vivien Foé collapsed during the FIFA Confederations Cup semi-final between Cameroon and Colombia at the Stade de Gerland in Lyon, France. Despite the efforts of medical teams to save him, he died at the age of 28, leaving millions of fans in shock. Born on May 1, 1975 in Yaoundé, he began his football career in Cameroon before moving to Europe, where he played for several top clubs. He became one of the country's most respected midfielders, known for his strength, leadership and commitment on the field. With the indomitable Lions, Foé enjoyed great success. He helped Cameroon win the Africa Cup of Nations in 2000 and 2002 and was part of the squad that won the Olympic gold medal at the Sydney 2000 Games. His performances made him one of the key players of his generation. Today, more than 2 decades later, his memory lives on. Every June 26, Cameroonians and football fans around the world pay tribute to a player whose legacy continues to inspire future generations. Marc-Vivien Foé remains one of the greatest names in the history of Cameroon's football. And that was it for today's edition. Thanks for your kind and keen attention. See you next time. God willing, stay tuned to Messager Television.
Le Messager Télévision, à l'écoute du peuple.